Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Okay, oh my gosh. I clearly have not podcasted in months, and it's showing if you're watching on YouTube. I thought I had this thing how I wanted it, but it's really off. Anyways, I have taken 8 full weeks off of podcasting, and I think it's actually been 9 probably. I don't know. I checked my last episode was May 18th, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back into it. I don't even know why. I kept writing. I literally would write it inside of my planner every single week. I would write podcast on Monday, and I just wouldn't do it. And I know I always talk about, oh, like keeping the promises that you make to yourself, and this was one promise that I just kept breaking with myself because I could not get myself to come in here, sit down, record a podcast, edit it, upload it, cut it. And I think those little aspects, me thinking about all the little things that it took for me to actually accomplish the task, get it out there, do all the things, I think that's what was holding me back. I had this feeling that there was so much that needed to be done, so I did nothing at all. Where in reality, I could have came in here, I could have recorded it, I could have just uploaded it to YouTube. I didn't have to post any reels or shorts or anything like that. Not uploaded it to YouTube, but uploaded it to whatever the thing that I use, Buzzsprout, which just pushes everything out. I could have just done that. I didn't even need my camera. I didn't need to do all that. I didn't need to cut everything. But for me, I wanted it to be exactly how I left it, how I was doing it. And even those last couple months, I stopped recording on camera because my camera would be dead or I just wouldn't prioritize it. And then it was just so half-assed. But I was like, oh, I got to get it out there anyways. And so I think this comes down to kind of just this can kind of play into everyday life too, is we think that everything needs to be so perfect when in reality, if we just did the thing, did the tasks that we kept putting off, even if it seems so big and hard and scary, if we did that, we'd feel so much better. And we wouldn't have this back and forth of like, oh, I'm not confident and I just can't do this and I won't get this done. And just this self sabotaging mindset, I think we'd feel so much better if we just showed up anyways, no matter if there was other little crooks and nannies that we needed to be aware of. And so that's just my 2 cents on that. And I know it's taken me a while to get back into it, but also the last episode that I did was a week before I moved. And so I've been living here for approximately 8 weeks, a full month now. And so I'm finally starting to feel like I'm in the groove. I'm okay. And I'm feeling safe in like my space because for the longest time, I was just like, this feels terrible. For one, I was sleeping so bad. And that started before I moved. And I think it was just the stress and the buildup, and I feel like I'm starting to finally sleep better, and I feel like I'm just feeling good at home in my body. But there's also things that I've been incorporating, things that I've been doing. So I'm going to share some of the stuff that I'm currently started doing. So I have had to set and create clear boundaries with myself. No phone, no work past 7 p.m. Because whenever I'm working or whenever I'm focusing on my business side of things and it's past 7 p.m., my mind just like starts to like, oh my gosh, I have such all these good ideas and like this and that and the other. And then I cannot wind down. I cannot get my body and to get into this state of, okay, chill out, we're gonna chill, we're gonna watch TV, whatever it is. And that's another thing. I thought that watching TV for the longest time was so bad because you hear it, oh, people that binge Netflix, like you shouldn't do that, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I work hard all day, all the time. And if I want to enjoy a little piece of something and that's my enjoyment, then I'm going to do it. So what? F it, whatever. But I have started realizing this is just, we're going to talk about this in a little bit too. I guess we can just talk about it and I've already brought it up. But doing the 1 to 2 things that you're avoiding. I feel like I've already kind of mentioned this at the beginning. Like I was avoiding this because it just seemed like so much mental capacity for me to come in here and sit down and talk and edit, record all the things. And so recently I've been saying the same thing about reading. And reading is so easy. You can literally just sit down, pick up a book, and start reading. It's the fact that I just don't want to sit and feel like I'm doing nothing. Like I feel like I should be doing something. Or instead of doing the reading, I will watch TV. And it's coming to this point where I am having a conversation with myself. Hadley, you need to actually sit down and read before you watch TV. You have to read before you get to watch TV because I'm finding myself and I'm reading and then I'm pausing one book and I'm going to another because I'm getting bored, and it's just because I'm not sitting down and finishing the books quickly enough. So take this as your sign, as if there's something uncomfortable that you're avoiding right now. This, for example, I was avoiding my podcast and I'm avoiding reading. If you're avoiding the thing that you know you need to do to make you feel good, which I know it will make me feel so good and relaxed and calm if I sit down, pick up my book, and read my book and finish it. It'll make me just feel so good. I actually genuinely love reading. I just keep putting it to the wayside. And I just explained why, but this could literally go for anything else. This could go for starting the account, the TikTok account. There's so many people right now that are starting TikTok accounts, going viral, all the things, just because they're showing up and they're being consistent. And I think that if you take anything from this podcast, it's just from this episode specifically, it's just show up and be consistent with it. So I know I'm kind of going on a rant, a tangent. It's just kind of going to be more of just like where I've been, what I've been doing, what's been going on, yada, yada, yada. So another thing that I've been focusing on since moving is nervous system regulation. I have a very hard time regulating my nervous system, and I don't know what it is. So on my training days, it is very hard for me to wind down at night. Like I will start getting, my heart will start beating fast and I just cannot wind down. So I've been focusing a lot on nose breathing recently. I'm working with a coach that helps me specifically with my breath. She helps a lot with nervous system regulation and just mobility. She specifically works with people like physical therapy kind of things, but also does a lot of nervous system regulation because that plays a big part in pain and discomfort and all the things. So we're working on mobility specifically, any movements that may cause some issues. And then also my breathing. I've had to do so many breathing assessments. I've had to do breath workouts essentially to help me nose breathe. And so doing exercise, like I did a hip bridge and I had to think about really deep belly breathing and pushing out. So like pushing out this way and this way, like the word was circumferentially, like circumference, but circumferentially, I think is the word. And so really focusing on that. And then recently I started going to the chiropractic because obviously your brain, your spinal cord, all of that connects to your CNS, your central nervous system. And so if something's out of whack, out of line here, that can affect your brain. And so chiropractic has a lot of beneficial things to do with your nervous system. And so I've been just started that last Friday, and I'm going to be going 3 times a week for I think 2 months, and then we'll probably just go down to once a week and then once every other week and whatever. But we're really working on the points. She literally did an x-ray and she showed it to me today. I have a anterior pelvic tilt, which I already knew that. Like I'm literally look, if you're watching on YouTube, I literally look like this, like have this like curvature to my back, which is normal, like you're supposed to have that. But she showed me some other things too, like I have some calcification on the bones up here near my throat, which I thought was weird. So it makes me think, is there like some sort of like that could be causing thyroid, or thyroid could be causing that, like vice versa. So I don't know, but also too, that explains why I have like burping and belching sometimes, like just food that will like not come up, but like after when I eat, I can feel it arise. Not arise, I don't know how to explain it, but I just have burping and like belching a lot. So I'm really excited to be working with her. I'm just really, really focusing on how can I make myself feel the best without burning myself out. And I think for the longest time, I put on this front of like, oh, I'm doing the things, but like at the same time, I was still working so extremely hard because I am driven, very, very driven, and I can do anything that I put my mind to. I know that, but I don't give myself the time to just be without always having to strive. And I know I talked about this on so many episodes, but I don't think I actually really fully sat in it and believed it until recently, literally until I moved. And I was like, okay, this is the tip of the iceberg that I have to chill. And so right now I've literally been training 3 days a week, full body days. Last week was the first full week that I trained 3 days and probably months, just because my body could not recover. And so now I'm really focusing on all the things. Like I'm literally doing all the things. So my coach Dan that helps me with obviously my training and my nutrition. And then I have Maddie at the chiropractor that's helping me. And then I have Dr. Save and Dr. Lakin that are helping me with my breathing, nervous system regulation, fixing those movement patterns, all of the things. So very, very excited to just really, really continue to invest in myself. Like that is something I am really doing. And obviously I am someone that does invest in myself, but like I'm investing a big chunk of money into myself. And not only is it going to help me, but it's also going to help me help my clients. And so that's what I really love about everything that I invest in. I know I'll get a good return on investment because I am continuously learning, and you just cannot put a price tag on investing in yourself so that you can help others. And I think that is so freaking huge. And a lot of the times people are so selfish, they think that what they're doing is they're investing in themselves, so it's selfish and yada yada yada. But a lot of people don't realize that everything you do should be an investment not only in yourself, but so that you can use what you learn to help others. And I think this is really, really big. And people don't realize that because they have this selfish attitude of like, oh, like me first, me first, me first. But recently, I have literally shifted my mindset into helping as many people as I can. That's what I want to do. I want to be known for someone that helps people reach their potential, helps people feel seen, heard, loved, all the things, because I would want someone to do that for me. I've had people do that for me. And so I want to be that for other people. If you're in this world selfishly only for your own gain, then you need to have a conversation with yourself, because that's complete bullshit. So since being in my business mentorship, a lot of it has been legit personal growth. A lot of the things that I have done, learned, seen, the people that I've been around, I cannot tell you how much it has impacted me mentally more than anything, because I am more emotionally aware of myself, of everybody around me, and I prioritize helping and putting others first because that's what I would want people to do for me. And now that doesn't mean that I don't take care of myself. That just means that when it comes down to it, and when it comes down to success, what's really going to make me feel good inside is knowing that I made an impact on another person's life, and they're going to remember me and remember my help forever because of that. So I know this episode, I've literally been going on a tangent, and I'm talked for like 13 minutes long now about myself, kind of where I'm at, but I wanted to just kind of make this video or make this podcast and put it out there as like, I am back, and this is something that I'm holding myself accountable for every Monday. Monday's going to be my podcast day. Tuesday's going to be the day that it goes out. No more Fridays. I want to keep my videos closer to the beginning of the week when people are feeling good, motivated, all the things, because usually people start off the week strong. And so I want this to be something that they're listening to and like, okay, I can take this with me for the rest of my week, and that they're not listening to it on Friday and be like, oh my gosh, this bitch again. Like, no, I want it to be start off the week strong, hit it running, and we continue this throughout the rest of the week. So love, love, love the direction that I'm going with this, and I've already got my whole year planned out starting now of all the episodes that I'm going to do. And so just got to hold myself accountable. Now, are there going to be weeks where things are going to come up? Yes. And so I'm going to give myself grace when it comes to that, because I know that 98% of the time I will be consistent on Mondays with my days, what I'm doing. I still don't want the episodes to be too terribly long. There's only one of me, and you can kind of get tired of listening to the same person for so long. So I want to make them between 20 to 35 minutes, really no longer than that, maybe even shorter than that. So, but I feel like in a year, like so much can change. So when I started the podcast, I think it was March of 2024. We're now in July of 2025. I'm a completely different person. Obviously, I'm not going to go and change everything just because I'm different. I'm in a different place, yada, yada, yada. No, this is the same podcast, but also I've just evolved. So I think that's the amazing part of growing and aging, is you evolve as a person. And so hopefully if I go back and listen to my podcast from then and to now, I can sit with myself and see the evolution of just my wording, the way I show up, the way I look, all the things, the way I talk, the way I speak, so that I can really see, okay, I have made a lot of progress within myself over these past however many months that it's been, 18 months, whatever it's been, almost a year and a half. I took 2 months off, which was kind of annoying, but whatever. No, not necessarily a year and a half, probably a year and 4 months. And I took 2 months off, so I really only podcasted for 14 months, which is pretty freaking amazing. But I just want to make this even more hard hitting than I had it before, because I've experienced a lot of new things. And since when I first started to now, I quit my 9 to 5, I became an entrepreneur, a business owner, all the things, and I have literally evolved so much. I got a house. I'm actually like providing for myself, for somebody else. Like, there's so many things that I'm doing that I could not have done, say, when I first started this podcast. Literally not. And I've grown so much. I've been able to handle so much more adversity. I've literally done all the things to grow, and I'm only 23 years old. I know I'll continue to grow and evolve, but I just wanted to put this podcast out there and share kind of where I'm at, the direction of where I want to go. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've taken on. Obviously, still dog mom. I have Hosmer now. Hosmer was living with Brock, and then since we moved together, Hosmer is now with us. So we have Hosmer and Steele, our two little babies, and we've literally made this house a home in the last 2 months, and that's been so incredible to see. It's just been really cool to see myself grow up and take on more responsibilities that I don't think I would have been able to do had I not fully gone all in on myself and taken myself seriously. Like, I can do this shit. I am capable of doing hard things. I'm capable of having a business at 23 years old and it being successful and doing whatever I can. And I'm capable of healing myself and not having to, go to extremes to change my physique and all the things. I'm not having to diet, and I'm not, just so many things that I've been able to realize about myself. Just let go of old beliefs and old thought patterns and form new ones, and just hold myself to a high standard, but also give myself grace, also let myself have fun. Like, within the past 3 months, with the past 2 months, I've gone on three trips, and I plan to do a quarterly trip by myself so that I can get fresh new ideas for myself, for my clients, for my business, whatever it is, because I think that would be really beneficial for me, just to get out of my own space, my own norm that I'm used to, and go to like new places and just sit with myself, have good meditation, all the things. Ooh, let's talk about the meditation. So I'm on a journey of 100 days straight of meditation. I got to 10 days and I had to start over. So I'm currently on day 21 today. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it after this. Mark my word. And this is something that, if in the past, like I said, if I couldn't do it at the time in the morning that I wanted to do it, then I would just avoid it altogether. And now, since doing the 100 days, it's like, oh, you have to do it no matter what. So it'll be 9:30 p.m. I'm about to get in bed, and I'm like, nope, I have to do this meditation. So put in my headphones, put my mask on, do the meditation, then I can go to bed. And so it's just like doing the shit that you don't want to do, but you know is going to make you feel good, take you to the next level. I feel like that's literally life. And so once you can figure out what your priorities are and what really means the most to you, that's when you can go all in and make sure that you're doing all the little things that you know you got to do to get the crap done. But yeah, doing the 100 days of meditation. If you don't have a meditation practice, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I use the Insight Timer app. I will set my timer for 20 minutes. Sometimes I do the guided one, but recently I've been able to do on my own. I will just set the timer, have a frequency going, like a brainwave frequency that kind of matches what I'm wanting to do. And Insight Timer has all of these on there so that you can specifically pinpoint out which one that you want to do. And so I pick out the brainwave frequency that I want. I set the timer for 20 minutes. I put my eye mask on, my headphones in so that it blocks out all of the other sound. 20 minutes. The first 5 minutes, I'm really focusing on my breathing, my breath, just full body awareness, and just being right there, like where you're at, and not focusing on anything else. Can be hard because your mind's racing. You're thinking about 100,000 different things, but just coming back to your breath, thinking of where you are in the moment. And then if I'm doing it in the morning, I really am like visualizing who I want to be, where I want to be, all the things. And so that way, whenever you're like actually feeling what it feels like to, you know, do the things you're doing, have the family, like all the things everything you want in life, when you start imagining it, picturing it, you'll start to live it out in your day-to-day life. And so one thing that I always tell myself in my meditation is like, I am professional, I am peaceful, I am calm. And so when I say I'm professional, it literally helps me put myself together for the day. If I'm doing it in the morning, if I'm doing it at night, it's more of like a calm down, wind down, try and get my brain to shut off. And so it kind of just depends at different points of the days, or different times of the day, what my intention is with the meditation. And so that's really cool as well. If you're interested in like getting into that, just DM me and I can help you. This is literally no strings attached. Like, I don't know, everyone thinks nowadays that everything you're doing, like, oh, there's a cost. No, like, I'm genuinely just trying to help people be more in tune with their inner self themselves. So DM me and I'll help you, because I've already challenged somebody else to do it and they're crushing it. So we're like kind of like holding each other accountable. But also within my clients in our group, we made a group chat just for people who are specifically wanting to do the 100 days of meditation. And I think there's only one other person that's like consistently doing it back and forth with me. But that's okay. And so yeah, if you want to do that, I would love to like hold you accountable. We can hold each other accountable. I can help you with it. Whatever it is, just DM me on Instagram or Snapchat, whatever you have me on. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I'm just going to leave this open for anybody to reach out to me about any single thing, because if I can help somebody in any aspect of their life, try anything new, whatever it is, I literally want that for you. So that's all I have to say. I think that's all I have to say for this episode. I think it was a good, like, getting back into the groove of things. So for the next episodes, they're going to be similar to like what they were in the past, but I'm going to be probably deep diving more into some educational things. I don't like to make it too educational, because then people are like, ugh. But if you want just like straight up help, whatever it is, I want feedback on exactly what you want to hear from me, because whatever I don't know, I'm going to go find out. And that's just part of who I am. There's a will, there's a way. If I don't know it, I'm gonna figure it the F out. And I think that's how everybody should be, is I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it the fuck out. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, me getting back in the swing of things, getting back into podcasting, and I'm excited to just keep on rolling with it, keep going. And I'm excited to have you share this with people, get them back into listening to podcasts. I really, really, really want to start my YouTube channel back up. So I'm gonna get it back going. I just don't quite know the cadence of that, and YouTube videos take a long time, but ideas there. I'm open to all the things, and thank you guys for just having an interest in me, in my life, and how I can serve you, and just be a friend if you need one. So, okay, bye.